Question number 14 is a grammar question that deals with punctuation and possessives, the punctuation of possessives, really, because here's your possessive, and it has a punctuation mark right here. And there's also some punctuation at the end as well. So when you simplify it down, you can just say, my favorite was its tiniest. And this is, I haven't looked at a writing section yet that doesn't include at least one question on the word its and the difference between its and its with a apostrophe here. This is possessive right here. This is a contraction. If you just always have to remember that you can split this up to say it is. In fact, I went through a large part of my schooling before someone like late in college told me that this is the proper way to do it. And I've been making mistakes like this for a long time. It's a very common mistake. This is something you've just got to have memorized, that it's with an apostrophe is a contraction, like the word can't or don't. You can split it up into cannot or do not, and this splits up into it is. One of my favorite was it is tiniest. No, that's why you've got to get rid of it. That's one thing. And here, and then also you can eliminate D for the same reason. It is a contraction. But then on top of that, you've got this ending punctuation that you have to think about. And a semicolon is meant to function very similarly to a period. You've got to have two things. A semicolon separates two different clauses that should stand on their own as individual sentences. You can say sentence, and we call those independent clauses. They should be able to function on their own without anything else. If you've got a dependent clause, like here, the Thorn miniature rooms, that's not a sentence that could stand on its own. Therefore, it fails the semicolon test. Good semicolons have independent and independent, but this one has a dependent, so it should not be using a semicolon here. I mean, the only reason why anyone would use a semicolon is to string together two sentences that are very related. The semicolon indicates that the independent clauses are actually related in idea, but they should be able to function as sentences by themselves. Here, this colon correctly introduces an identifying phrase. You got this big idea, and then bam, the Thorn miniature rooms. It uses it's like a possessive, which is good. It's tiniest. The museum's tiniest. And then the colon also introduces an identifying phrase.